everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Today, I'm going to be drawing a frog. Spring is in the air, and if you start listening at night, this time of year, you'll start to hear the frogs come alive. So it's one of my favorite things to draw. Let's go ahead and get our pencils and get started. So I'm going to do kind of a, it's going to be right here in the middle of the page. We're just working with real light pressure. Sometimes I'll use a dull pencil for this. We're just roughing out the shapes. This is my frog's head and nose. They kind of have a triangular head, and it's going to be going down into kind of a fat body. So you're going to see a shape kind of take form that looks like this. It's almost like just like a skewed triangle in a way. So this is going to be where his eyes are going to go, and I'm going to do some big old funky eyes on this guy. We're going to do some exaggerated eyes. Alright, like that. He's been eating some flies, so I'm going to bump his body out a little bit. Okay, like so. His arms are going to be coming around right in here, coming around like that. I'm thinking he's got some suction cups on his fingers, and his little back leg is going to be kind of poking out like so. And we're just kind of working. Like I said, these are basic shapes right now to figure out where things are at. Make sure we like the composition of our frog, which is just to say the overall shape of him and where he's at on the paper. So his mouth is going to be like that. I'm going to give him a really silly looking mouth. Okay. This is going to be his shoulder area. He's got a lot of folds because he's been successful with his fly hunts. I'm going to give some big old suction cups on his toes. Just doing some kind of oval shapes like so. Let's give him a little bit more meat up here. Just a little bit. And we can change things as we go because we're working on pencil still. Okay. Just like that. Okay. So now that I have roughed him out with my pencil real lightly here, I am going to switch to a finer tip. I like to use a mechanical pencil when I shift to this stage of the drawing. It just gives you the ability to do finer detail, and so at this point I'm going to start pressing a bit harder. So I'm going to start with the eye here. It's just one big oval. You can do circles if you wanted, ovals, whatever you want. You can do small eyes, big eyes. Doesn't matter. I'm just kind of showing you how to go about creating something from scratch. Okay. Continue forward here to his nose and his bottom lip. I'm going to give him a big old fat bottom lip. So it's going to come around and go like so. And falling back up to there. Like it. His nostril. Let's go ahead and do his other eye while we're here. Like so. Just a big oval. And here we go. Going down to his chin. Okay, here's his shoulder area here. He's got some big old folds in his arm here. Going down to where his hand would be, call them hands? I don't even know what they call them. Okay, and same thing with his shoulder here. We got just an abundance of skin and folds going on there. Okay, just like that. There's a suction cup on his fingers. I mean, you really can't see his hands great. They're buried under his body. That happens sometimes with these frogs. They got so much skin. Okay, continuing along the top here with his back. I'm going to go up a little bit on his belly area, like that, and I'm going to give him another fold there, and then his back leg. Folds at his ankles. And now we continue out here for his toe. Middle toe. Okay. Now his belly is resting on the ground, so it's kind of flat. Like that. And his other foot poking out from behind. Really can't see it that well. Okay. I'm going to give him some folds here at his corner of his mouth. Just like so. I like it. He's looking good so far. Okay, now, if you look at the pupils on frogs, they look kind of interesting. They're almost like a circle with like a oval going through it, like that. We'll fill that in. They kind of have this look like the lights are on, but nobody's home. I'm gonna give him, there's gonna be a little fly up here flying around by him. All I do for that is just a little dark oval, a couple of wings, like so. Okay, now when I color, I'm going to do some spots on him here, but that'll be at the end. But for now, I'm pretty satisfied with how this guy's coming along. I'm going to go ahead and shift gears to inking. So let's go ahead and get our markers out. I am going to use a bold marker to go around the outline of my frog. Okay, so all I'm doing at this point is I'm just going to pick somewhere to start, like here. And I'm going to go around with my bold, and I'm just going to follow the lines that I've already done to get me here. So I'm essentially just tracing what I've done. So go ahead and get your fine tip. Your bold marker, and I'm going to speed it up for this part. Okay. Now I've given him a nice bold outline. I'm going to move on to a finer tip marker. So go ahead and get a fine tip out. I'm going to go through the interior of my drawing now. I'm just going to be tracing the lines that I've already done. That's all I'm doing. At this point, we did the work with the pencil. The inking stage, we're tracing what we've done. Then we'll go through with our eraser after we do this stage. We'll erase our pencil lines, clean it up so we can see what we're doing here, and then we'll go back through with our fine tip and we'll continue to refine our line work a bit. So go ahead and get your fine tip marker out, and I'm going to go ahead and speed it up for that part. there you have it. He's looking pretty good. So now at this point, we're going to clean our drawing up. We're going to take our eraser. We're going to go through. We're going to erase all these pencil lines that we used to get our drawing this far. And then we'll go back through with that fine tip and refine things. So go ahead and get your eraser out, and let's do that now. Now we can see things much more clearly. I'm going to go ahead and get fine tip out. I'm going to add some hatch marks on my guy. I'm also going to clean up some little areas like that where I may have gotten a little crazy with my bold or my pen. So you can go through and clean up some of your line work at this point. I'm also going to add those hatch marks that I just mentioned. So anywhere that there's going to be that I want to simulate a shadow. So in this case, the light is coming from up here. So the light's hitting on his back. The undersides of him here are going to be shaded. So I'm just going to go through in those areas like that and add shading. So go ahead and get your fine tip out. I'm going to speed it up as I go through here and add these details, and then we'll move on to coloring. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and move on to coloring. That's where I'm going to add some of these details. I'm going to add some spots on him and some stuff like that. You can color your guy any color, guy or girl. You can color him or her any color you want. I'm going to go with the standard green. So I like to use alcohol markers. You can use colored pencils, crayons, watercolors, whatever you want. But I'm going to get started with alcohol markers, and I'm going to speed it up for that part.
What?